Oh, it's a trap.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Athena Championship. I'm so glad to be back here. And oh, look at that. We've Transparent with us today again.
Hello, it's still me. It's still me. Yep. We had a little bit of some troubles, but I think we've managed to sort of sort it out for now. And yeah, we are getting straight stuck into our third series today. Of course, we're slowly sort of filtering out what we are getting done with everything. So, without further ado, yeah, with Team Hell versus Team Gefjon. Gefjon? Gefjon?
Gefjon, yes, Gefjon. From what I understand, Team Hell, very special team. She is the daughter of Loki. Really interesting. And she presides over the underworld realm, same name, where she receives a portion of the dead. She doesn't get all the dead. She gets a portion of the dead, only the lucky ones.
Yeah, well, only the lucky ones or the ones, ready to be, like, brutally tortured or something like that. Who knows?
And Gefjon is the goddess associated with ploughing, foreknowledge. She's very well known for her oxen children, which is the whole idea why she's the goddess behind ploughing. And she's also associated with the concept of virginity. In fact, she is a virgin herself. That's why her children were only oxen. She didn't have any actual human children. But those who die virgins become her attendants. So all of you ladies and gents in the chat who are always crying about dying a virgin, at least you'll get into the open arms of Gefjon.
I wondered what you were going to say there, Tofu. I wondered if you were just going to call
setup.
people out. That's like, you could almost go with that as a low-key insult for people. It's like, enjoy Gefjon later. Booyah. But yeah, we've got some great things coming up. We have, so Team Hell versus Team Gefjon. Now, these are we've had some veterans here of the Athena champions as well as some newbies. So it's really nice to sort of see how these guys are going to do here. But yeah, we had a little bit of a problem. Some players were unable to play sort of the final series here today. So we just tried to sort of smooth that out, which is why we had a bit of a problem. So yeah, we're just getting ourselves settled in here for the remainder of the Athena Championship. Already, we're seeing some big things. So Team Freya and Team Snotra going right up at the top, trying to take that victory. But we'll see what those guys can do later on, of course. We may be seeing them tomorrow in our playoff finals. So far, with the map bans, let's go through them.
Yes, I always do this weird thing where I put the names of the teams on stickers when I'm casting and have it in front of me so I know the order, which team is on the right and which team is on the left. I don't know if anyone else does that in casting.
Interesting technique there, Tofu.
Like a little sticker, and I put it in front of me so that I know that Hell's on the left and Gefjon on the right. As we see, the bands that are coming through are Sky Temple, Alterac Pass, Dragonshire, and Garden of Terror.
Dun, 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 dun. So once again, we're not seeing Sky Temple. As you say, that one's just banned all the time. Dragonshire also banned out. Garden, not seeing that one, thankfully. And Alterac Pass. I only say thankfully for Garden because I don't have a cool groovy background for the draft for Garden, and it always bothers me.
How come you don't have it? Is it hard to get, or?
Well, I made them, you see. I made these animated backgrounds.
So you
Yeah, and I can't be bothered to go into Garden of Terror and pan around the camera again. That's what I did for each of the maps. I just sat there panning in different directions and then edited it all smoothly together. Just pat myself on the back once again. Another thing that I've done.
We have had a map pick, if you don't mind making the lobby transparent. The map that we're going to go is Tomb of the Spider Queen, which is again another map that we didn't cast here on the Heroes Land channel. Really exciting to see some great action, multi maps coming out here. We've had 4 different maps and now we're on the 5th map, and again it is different despite the fact that consistently bans have been quite similar so far. Things like Sky Temple, Dragonshire and Garden have been banned out quite often in this series. So it's good to see that we're getting still great diversity in the map picks.
Yeah, it's always a bit of worry, to be honest, when you're casting multiple series in a row that you're just going to have Infernal Shrines non-stop. And, maybe 2 non-stop or BFA. But we've genuinely had a different map every single time, and that is so refreshing. I've just realised I've done the link in the wrong chat.
all been
So-
there. You've also created the map for Lost Cavern Trans, not
Oh,
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
have I done that? There we go.
Oh,
it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong, Tofu. We are right. Let me just send you an invite. Get it all up and rolling. Blame
Thank you
me.
very much.
That's lucky that everyone hadn't joined then, in all honesty.
Good thing you posted it into the incorrect lobby.
Yeah, exactly.
As it was incorrect. Lost Cavern could have been a lot of fun done. A bit of ARAM. I wonder if drafting is drafting allowed in ARAM? Like if the setting itself, that'd be cool.
You can do an actual draft in Lost Cavern, I
Whoa.
believe. So
Let's go.
yeah. It's not impossible. It's not impossible whatsoever. But yeah, of course. Yeah, these teams. Oh, we've got this. They're trying their best here, but they are doing a grand job in playing. And it's great to see so many people take place. But these guys, they'll want to win because it guarantees them a slot tomorrow in the playoff finals.
Right. The teams have helped you out a little bit with poacher synergy, by the way. There's a face spam rainer on one side and little sheep on the other side, if that helps. I really appreciate when teams help out like that. Big thumbs up. Recognize loads of names in this lobby. Really exciting to see some friendly faces in these two teams. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting series in this Athena Championship.
Yeah, should be very, very good. We've got a lot of hashtag blame transparency in the chat. Thanks, guys.
Why? What happened?
Oh, I did it
blaming?
wrong, isn't it? I made the lobby wrong.
If you're going to be the face of Athena Championship, you have to take the brunt of the blame as well.
That's not true. That's not true. You're the face of the Athena Championship most of the time, and I still get the blame.
I like to consider that as part of Stream Team as well, that, I'm just the pretty face of Stream Team. I don't actually do anything for Stream Team.
You do.
Oh,
Everyone
no.
does
Sizer,
plenty.
Aviator, Nos, they're always working behind the scenes. I can't figure out the difference between my thumb and my pinky finger.
Here's the thing, the reason why the Stream Team exists, guys, a little bit of an insight, is to just, make sure that we have a bit of communication, a bit of development, and, it doesn't mean that we're all super streamers and we're all super great. But we all do our own part.
For yourself.
And even though Tofu, isn't the most technically apt person on the team, she still brings a lot to the team, and that's why we have her as a great ideas person. And
overwhelming optimism is what I bring to the table.
Exactly. There we go. I've got to be positive because the whole point of this is supporting women, so I can't go too into depth of putting you down, because there's nothing to put you down on. I'll be honest. I'm digging myself a hole now.
Yes.
Goodbye.
As clearly I was put into Stream Team just to meet a sexist quota. Is basically what you're after revealing live on stream here. Trans. You said the one thing you were supposed to do today is not get cancelled.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. 100%, by the way. Yeah. Otherwise, we'd have way more. I'd be thinking. Okay, I just realised I'm not sorting out the lobby because I'm busy fiddling with other things.
Keep focused.
Okay. Yeah, let's get on with things. We've got things to do. We've got drafts to have. It's Team of the Spider Queen, isn't it? So let's say let's go. No, I don't know what I'm waiting for.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm waiting.
What are you waiting for?
Love me like you do. Love me like you do.
All right, blue team. We have Team Hell on the left-hand side and Gefjon on the right. Team Hell are the ones who are going to have the first pick, which means they have first ban. This means that they're allowed to let Johanna through and snipe up the first pick. And if there's any map where you want Johanna, it is Tomb of the Spider Queen.
I don't like that there's a hashtag cancel transparent. I shouldn't have even mentioned this. Have I got the wrong... Have I done the wrong side again?
Oh no, the team's wrong?
No. It's all fine. It's all right. First pick is the right person's got first pick. God, I had a panic there. I had a bit of a panic, but we do need to do the predictions, don't we?
Yes. All right,
Someone.
Brightwing is the first one that gets banned on Tomb of the Spider Queen. She can Z quite often on this map, despite the fact that it isn't a big global map. If she does take the cooldown reduction in level 1, she can spam Z and get a lot of burst healing out. So I do still like that ban, especially if they know that Team Gefjon do actually pick her up as often as we know that she is now called a dragon fruit instead of a fruit.
Yeah, dragon fruit Brightwing. Make it happen, Blizz.
Have you had dragon fruit actually before?
I don't think I have.
It's
I don't
yucky.
think I ever
It's
have.
bland.
It's what?
It's bland. It's white. It's just
Yeah.
it looks cool, like this red thing, but the center is white with little tiny black seeds.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
I can't spare it. Sorry.
So yeah, of course, we have Tychus being banned now. So still Johanna is available. Still is Rhaegar. Most of the tanks obviously still up there and available. It has been the healers have been left open.
Stukov does get banned out. Also one of the top meta heroes at the time. Oh, there we go. We see that Johanna ban coming through here. It means that the blue team has free pick, free reign, free choice, as Rhaegar is still left open.
So yeah, Rhaegar still available if they want it, but they're going to go for the Page Biscuit Valor here. So obviously Valor, we saw the power of it in the last series, and once again smashing through here. Valor has been that first pick on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And I think Tofu has...
Sorry. Muted. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been talking the whole time. I'm so sorry. Garrosh is picked up by the red team, and Rhaegar locked in very quickly here as well. As I did say, that Rhaegar did get through, and the red team have sniped him up. I'm sure the blue team was ready for this pick and will respond accordingly.
I wonder if we're rotating our chairs in synchronicity. I just realised
Are
that
you
we're both
moving?
doing. The thing is, mine is really small, so you don't see it. Getting a new chair for my birthday though, so looking out for that. Yeah, Valor, Garrosh. I was going to say that Valor obviously has Manticore at level 16, so can shred through that last bit of Garrosh HP if needed. But we have Anduin and Muradin, so that light bomb on top of the leaping dwarf could be an effective combination here for Team Hell.
Absolutely. I do love to see some good dwarf tossing action, especially if it is Aerie playing. And we do see Leo being banned out here. Really good double soaker, really good pressure on anything with a HP pool, a significant HP pool. So the blue team have an option of banning some deeps here, as the red team haven't locked in any range or melee DPS for that matter. So they could get rid of things like Kael'thas that are really good at wave clear, Gul'dan, or maybe throw out a respect ban.
Yeah, the Jaina is also an option, but there's the Kael'thas. You are bob on the money there, Tofu. Super stuff. Just realised that my name is all over the place in this scene, so I'm just going to have to fix
Overlay.
that.
It's very important to keep your name in sync and in perfect orientation. The red team do have 2 picks to lock in here. Like I said, they didn't have a DPS locked in yet, so regardless if they pick the solo lane early or not, they need to lock in some deeps here. And we shall see Orphea and Hanzo being locked in, something that we saw in the previous series. We did see some Hanzo action. We saw some amazing Orphea action as well. Lani and Fluttershy playing those 2 champs really, really well. So I'm excited to see if this team can play it in that top tier level as well.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, of course, because, yeah, Hanzo very good at controlling some vision, and Orphea very good at sort of bullying away at Muradin. But on the other side, we've got Mephisto coming out from Tazzy Tigress, as well as Sonya from Bubblegum. Now, last pick here available is the Hacker. Do you think Ixon's going to go for it?
Oh yeah, Dahaka is let through, but we do see Yrel instead, the pink space goat being locked in. Absolutely love Yrel. She's very hard to play in my opinion, and I'm really excited to see how Ixon performs on her. Mephisto is a really good pick here, and Tazzy is very well known for her Mephisto as well, so I'm surprised that the red team didn't actually give out a respect ban. I scrimmed against this team, and we gave the Mephisto respect ban ourselves.
Yeah. So yeah, I will agree with you. Ural, I just can't even.
Can't.
Just can't do it, mate. I can't, mate. Like, no, genuinely, there's something my brain can't quite comprehend. Like the button presses, all the button presses that she needs to have to be able to do it all, and because you need like an extra button press, or you have to wait longer. And there's something about that my brain is just like, no, this doesn't work for me. So I just avoid Urel at all costs, basically. If I have to play off lane, it's big on the thing. So we've got the points up and available. I think there's still about 5 minutes left. I'd put a 10-minute thing on there.
Timer on it.
So
damn,
got loads of time.
So you can wait a little bit and see who gets the first blood and really go all in. I love the poacher synergy from both teams. Fluffy sheep on the right hand side and Raynor face palming himself on the left hand side. I like to see that indeed. As we're going to go into the first game of the series between Hel and Gefjon on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Again, a map that we didn't get to cast today. I'm really excited to see the amount of diversity today.
Yeah, and we're having different heroes as well coming out. We've not seen Urel.
Urel, and Mephisto.
Yeah, so it's nice to see all this variety. But here we go, game number 1 of series number 3.
All right, blue team, we have team Hel. We have Zakuda playing Anduin, Eri playing Muradin, Taz Tigris on the Mephisto, Taz Tigris. There we go. Tazzy Tigress playing Mephisto, Paige Biscuit on the Vala, and Bubblegum playing Sonya.
Yeah, no Velo Corruptor this time. But instead, on the other side, we've got Purple, we've got Hazanini, we've got Sky, we've got Ira Noctis, and we have Igson on Urel.
You forgot what hero names were.
Yeah, Purple on Garrosh, Ira Noctis, Rhaegar. I'm all over the shop, Tofu. I'm all over the shop.
All right, auto attack Vala coming through, really nice. I really like it. Dwarf toss as well by Eri, the E coming out. Tazzy doing a lot of damage here, but nice throw set up by Purple. Absolutely smurfing that, knowing where Mephisto was going to show up, getting that throw over. Really nice pull there by the Anduin. Mephisto playing with the edge of life there. Already has to heart back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not okay to sort of get half this early, as long as you don't lose too much on the rotation. But as you see, neither team sort of going for that hard rotation, both wanting to stack up, obviously, their Hanzo and this auto-attack Vala.
Yeah, Sonya and Urel is going to be a pretty much honorable 1v1. We do see Purple taking a lot of damage. Nice throw out there to save her own booty. But Hazini taking a bit of damage, jumps over the wall. Really nice wall knowledge to get like the maximum jump over wall. If that makes sense to people. I'm trying to speak English.
Yes. Yeah. It all works. It all works. I just completely zoned out there, Tofu. I'm honest.
Don't worry.
It's getting to
Camps
that
are
point of the
spawning
day.
for both teams, but they haven't prioritized it just yet. Instead, they're going for a little gank here. Paige might be doing the camp here on the bot side, but the rotation revealed her position. The team might be looking for an engage, but instead they're opting to try and get Mephisto here. Purple playing so aggressive on the carrot, playing mounted, just raided, gets a throw off on to the Anduin. A lot of damage coming out on Sakuda. Eri jumps away to safety. Purple. I might have some trust issues with this Garrosh who might throw a puppy in your face.
I'd love to have a puppy thrown in my face. I'd hopefully catch it. So yeah, that'd be nice. You get a little cuddle on the way as well. But yeah, Purple obviously trying to get aggressive here against that enemy team, but really, really good work here, obviously from the blue team, picking up this bottom siege camp, and now they're using it to sort of have Paige Biscuit in the off lane, pushed out the wave, and have Sonya instead do the bruiser camp. So they're really utilizing this camp push here on the side of the blues.
Yeah. That was very good to get Paige a couple of stacks on the Vala to get a few stacks on their crest. But Rhaegar taking a gomornous amount of damage there. And Vala secures the kill, completing the first part of her level 1 quest.
Yeah, so now Sonya back to the lane, back to pick up that minion XP. Meanwhile, Ixen is able to get that pay in. And so, all in all, blue team taking a bit of control, but the red team are not down and they're not out just yet.
Yeah, really interesting talent pick coming out. Thirst for battle on Garrett at level 4. That is something you don't usually see. Purple trying to get the throw, but nice sidestep by Bubblegum to avoid getting thrown over the wall there. The red team committing to clearing this Rhaegar using Totem for some healing, and they actually clear the camp pretty well. Hanzo does get rooted. Eri tries to follow up with the stun. Hanzo damage dishing out left and right. Really nice throw onto Eri. And they secure the kill on the Murden.
Yeah, as you say, Thirst for Battle, really interesting, but it is the auto attack against heroes, reduces the cooldown by 2 whole seconds, so it actually can provide you with a phenomenal amount of sustain. And against the Sonya and the Muradin, who are most likely going to be up in your face a lot of the time, you can actually get some pretty good sustained payoff. But we see now, because of this kill, Red Team have equalized on the gems, and of course, they have put some of the gems out of Blue's reach. So putting them back in the driver's seat after Blues had taken so many camps.
Yeah, the purple looking such an aggressive step up and throw, and that is a poor dead Anduin. Mephisto trying to dish out as much damage here. Eri getting a Stormbolt there onto Sky, but a fantastic throw by purple to save her ally. The red team are in the position to get a turn-in. As they're going to do any second now.
People often ask me, what team is the Garrosh on? Is it on the red team or the blue team? And I say, well, it's purple.
Reminds me of Aftershock. Remember blue and red Aftershock and you mix it together to make purple?
Excuse me? I don't know this reference.
Did you not drink in college?
Yeah, but it was mainly just neat vodka. So as we see, as we see here, Eri has gone in, looking to make a name for herself, but unfortunately Muradin before 10 is a little bit lacking on survivability tools. Page Biscuit falling lower and lower. Era Noctis tries to get the last auto attack in, but it's unsuccessful. But meanwhile, the red team, Yrel, was able to pay in the bot lane. And that means the red web weavers are coming down right now, Tofu.
Yes, raining down upon the heavens, from the heavens, as we see Eri, gets actually thrown away. Purple a little rooted there, needs to be careful, but the aggressive step up here from purple, almost under tower every single time. The boldness, you have to be very not proud. What's the word I'm looking for?
Headstrong. Who knows? Brave. Yes. Yeah. We're doing well here today, Tofu. We're doing well.
English is hard. I've always said it.
As we see, Eri is stepping up once again, but she's getting shredded by Hazini on this Hanzo. It's a really tough position for them to be in. Meanwhile, the mid lane has been pushing in, clearing out those towers as well. Page Biscuit all by themselves is having to do this, but the rest of the blue team have come to help out now.
Yeah, the blue team holding hands, standing together strong as Eri just gets stunned, rooted, and obliterated. Muradin does get removed from the map, and it puts the red team in another favorable position. That being said, the blue team have turned in. The XP is very close. Red team slightly ahead, which will grab level 10, but it is still the blue team isn't that far away from it.
Yeah. So with this, though, level 10 here, we've got Ancestral, Crushing Jaws coming out from Orphea. Really nice to sort of go with that Garrosh in the combo. And we have Dragon Strike instead of Dragon's Arrow. So another sort of pick here. Good combo once again with the Taunt.
Yeah, they're actually picking Taunt here. Eri stepping very boldly. A lot of damage coming out from Mephisto. Purple being CC'd. Fantastic Light Bomb. Fantastic 3-man Mephisto ultimates. Make it 4 as Rhaegar does get rooted as well. Orphea falls and Muradin is next on the list. Oh, sorry, Garrosh is next on the list. Mephisto does fall on the counter side, but Hanzo is the next on the death note as he falls. Turn-in coming in here for the blue team as they get a 3-man not team wipe, but members down. They will be able to push here as we see them sieging on the top side. Yeah,
really nice. It's given them the space that they need to come back into this game. And after getting, honestly, a brutal number of kills, it was almost as if they instantly hit 10 and then they locked their heroics and then bam, that was the team fight right there and then. And I think it took the red team off guard, if I'm honest. But now we'll see if they can come back in here as the blue team's web weavers land here. Eri gets thrown in, not taunted though, and is able to dwarf toss out.
She does dwarf toss herself out of there. Vala stacking a lot of this quest, 140 already on the deck. She's going to do more and more damage as the game goes into the long run. Really nice Mephisto ultimate coming out here, rooting the Hanzo and the Rhaegar, but they don't commit too much as they have to tower dive to secure those kills.
Like, you can see that the members of the blue team are focusing very similar targets. You know, a lot of the CC is hitting the same person, and so the communication must be good. Purple, yeah, still chucking that doggy in and giving Paige Biscuit a new pet.
That's exactly what's going on here. Small XP advantage for the blue team. Again, the red team not that far behind at all. Ultimates on the deck for almost all members of the teams. Mephisto just 10 seconds away. Vala completing 150 stacks already. Nice Q, nice throw by Purple. Nice taunt under the tower. A lot of damage coming out here. Eri does pop her ultimate. She is going to be fine and walks away with a piece of cake in her hand.
Yeah, but having to pop Avatar, that is a long cooldown, especially when everything else on the side of the red team is still up and available. Avatar's still here for the time being, but the throw comes out. Maybe the red team are looking to separate the team. Eri jumps back in. There's another 3-man route, though. The leap is there. They're all going down because the light bomb as well. That's another triple kill here for the blue team.
Oh, load. Yeah, remember when I said that when I was scrimming against this team, we always banned Mephisto? I can see now why. Damn. Tazzy is absolutely smurfing with these ultimates, landing them, setting them up. That leap by Bubblegum with the Anduin light bomb on top. Mwah! It was a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah, and it just sort of came out of the blue, if I'm honest. You know, like there were sort of hints of them moving forward. Came out of the blue team. And yeah. And the Reds, they just were there with egg on their face, all three of them having a big hug and forced to have it a little bit longer. Aussie Tigress just making sure they were stuck in place. Good work here once again by the Blues as they've got their next Webweaver wave summoned.
Yeah, Sonya did grab the bot camp, but Yrel did grab the bruiser camp on the right-hand side, which means it relieves some pressure against this push. It will be in a position to defend top pretty much freely, as you do need to prior the defense on top since it's going to go on to keep. This means that the mid is going to be opened up and the bot side is going to be forced to be defended by Yrel.
Yeah, so as we see this now, they're pushing in the mid, trying to make sure that they've got those 3 external structures. Down it goes. Now, it's a bit of a decision time for the Blues. They see that Yrel is all by herself here in the bot lane, but they're not committing for it. They're going for this mid push. They're saying, look, we're here now. We've got a pretty healthy Webweaver. Let's open it up. But Purple is here, looking for the flank, looking to try and get the throw. Gets the stun, but hasn't been able to commit in. Doesn't have the Indomitable, so is bullied away from the center of the team fight.
Yeah, Sonya leap being used. Purple does throw Bubblegum over the wall to get a 3-man leap. Mephisto ultimate here on top of the Orphea and Garrett as they secure multiple kills. Vala kill stealing everything that was set up for her there. Really well done. The CC chain from the blue team absolutely obliterating and deleting the red members off the map.
And Paige Biscuit is saying, core, guys. Core. They're 3 dead for 20 more seconds. We can do this. Make this a 11-minute game. Ixon is trying to make sure that they can't do it. 80% on the core. Is this available for them to take the win, Tofu?
This does look like a possible GG because Vala does so much work on the core. She is right-clicking it and it is down to 0%. GG. The first game going to Team Hell.
Blink and you'll miss it here. What a way to end there. Goodness me, like they really sort of pushed the boat out there to saying, look, we've got these couple of kills after consecutive leap, light bomb, and Durance of Hate sort of combos. It was hard for the red team to be able to even move. Let's get the stat screen up for us now.
Yeah, that Vala damage is no joke indeed. It was a joke about the killsteal. Obviously, Vala does a lot of damage. No worries. But the setup with Mephisto, the Sonya leap, the light bomb from Anduin, the communication on this team is on point, pulling these combos off. Really well done indeed. Purple just struggling on the Garish to step up, but when she found some amazing throws there and did really well on the Garish to pick off targets. Murden even falling multiple times. So despite that, losing that game, they did actually play it as well as they could. But just that one Webweaver phase just kind of spiraled out of control all the way to core. Couldn't believe that they made such an early core call, but they did it really well and ended the game with it.
Yeah, it was super stuff. So, yeah, as we see, we have first pick being chosen here by Team Gefjon. I mean, honestly, they're going to be wanting that first pick because I think they can control the draft and they definitely can play a good game. We saw them early stages of that game before the Web Weavers came down for the blue team. That's when red team was certainly in control. They had the first turn in. They were punishing. They were pushing hard into the team. And as you said, they killed the Muradin, but for some reason, the blue team just found that gap and they kept pushing it and enabled them to make sure they could get the big W. Really good stuff. It looks like we're going to Battlefield of Eternity, Tofu.
We did cast Battlefield of Eternity earlier, but I am happy to see it being picked up here because BOE is one of my more favorite maps in this in the map pool, I guess. It's really fun because there's a lot of fighting, not a whole lot of macro, very basic macro knowledge on it. But the best part of it is picking stuff for the immortal race, picking stuff for team fights, and just who right clicks better wins the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that Valor is certainly another thing to consider on this map. And whether it'll get banned out or not, we'll have to wait and see. It didn't seem quite as scary as Fluttershy's earlier, but I'm not sure if that was just because, Garrosh obviously has a bit more of a controlling presence than what we saw with the May, of course. So, it's hard to say. But, yeah, really well done here from the team of Team Hell. What else do you think could be banned out here? Do you think that Garrosh is going to get banned out from them?
Definitely a pick that is very good on Battlefield of Eternity, though I don't know if they have room to ban something like that. You have to ban the Stukov, you have to ban the Rhaegar, you have to ban, Johanna. There's too many prio bans, especially if there's something like Vala possibly in play. You might need to ban out that too. But we shall see what the teams decide to do as we're just getting in the lobby, getting organized in this best of 2 series between Hell and Gefjon.
Yep, so as they all jump in here, try to find them, we have, of course, a bit of time to maybe say that the Championship doesn't stop today. It goes on tomorrow as well, starting once again at 1400 CET. We've got a best of 3 and a best of 5 for you. So that's potentially 8 matches instead of just the 6 that we've had today. It's, should be a really good series throughout the day. We've got 2 semi-finals cast on separate channels, and then our grand final here on the main Heroes Lounge channel with, of course, Tofu and someone else, probably not me. So we have a lot of good action here of our celebration of International Women's Day. Obviously it was earlier in the week, but generally we kind of do the Athena Championship whenever we feel like it as well. We had one in the summer and it was good fun time then as well, and we're just having a good fun time this March as well.
Indeed, I definitely can't wait wrong match? Sorry.
Yeah, we'll find out what's going on.
Sorry.
But yeah, of course, as I say, if you want to buy some Heroes Lounge merch or even Athena Championship merch, you can do exclamation mark merch in the chat. Not really plugging too much. Maybe you enjoy the content we've got. You can always use your Amazon Prime. Maybe you've got that about. We do lots of different things. Maybe you just like Tofu's makeup. It is indeed pretty cool. Then you can support her on her channel, Tiny Toxic Tofu. So it looks like we are ready
because
to
of
go.
the makeup.
You never know. Looks like everybody's ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Game number 2 in this best of 2 series between Team Hell and Team Gefjon. Yeah, so I do think we're going to see that Vala band that you mentioned earlier. Like, Paige played that Vala very well and aggressively, stacking that A build very quickly and promptly. So I can absolutely see them banning or first picking it. But, the first picks priors have switched around a little bit here. So we shall see what the bans will be. Rhaegar, Stukov, Johanna, Vala.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, just waiting to see this come on.
Stukov. Pouring myself a cup of tea. It's a good day for a cup of tea,
It is a good day. I've just finished mine. I've got mine right here. I've just finished it, and I'm pretty sad. There is a team waiting for 2 subs, by the way, for after this match. They'll probably be playing. So Tofu, if you want some action, can always go play in it. But I'm sure you'll be taking a little bit of a rest after this.
Yeah, I will have to, unfortunately, take a rest as we see.
Oh yeah, you've got your other things. Anyway, right wing is here, banned out, as well as Johanna. More importantly, is that Garrosh going to be let through, or is it not? It's weird that the second pick team have had to ban out Johanna and Stukov. I guess it genuinely is that they want this Garrosh, and are they going to be allowed to have it?
Gersh, perhaps, or again to counter that Vala. The blue team do have one more ban here, and they're going to ban out Garrosh. He is not going to be picked up on Battlefield of Eternity. So purple isn't going to get that action, but we do see that first pick Vala coming out here.
Yep, so with that, that means that they can put a bit of extra damage on the Immortal, as well as they're denying that pick against Page Biscuit as well. Once again, we're gonna do the predictions. We're gonna have the predictions up. Let's get those predictions. So Team Hell won, all 43,000 points.
Ooh, we see Ling Ming and Anduin being picked up here. Tazi isn't going to do any Mephisto action on this map, which is pretty normal. Battlefield of Eternity isn't one of Mephisto's signature maps. Li Ming can poke and do a lot of race on Battlefield of Eternity, so I completely understand the pick. Anduin early prio as well, very good pulls, very good Ds. So I do like the prioritization, and that is we see a pink-skinned Artanis and a pink-skinned Tyrande being picked up.
I'm a big fan of these two picks here on this map. You know, it's definitely a place where these two slightly off the meta heroes can really shine. Artanis, obviously, with amateur opponent, as well as just getting swaps in that sort of melee of things, has decent race and can get some value, even if they go stacking. Tyrande, on the other hand, can put the mark on the Immortal, as well as you get really good healing while doing the Immortal. So really good stuff here for the side of Team Sif. That said, I have just put 43,000 of my Heroes Lounge points on Team Hell.
Varian ban really good here by Eri, by the blue team, because you do not want Varian Taunt and Tyrande Stun follow-up. That is a very difficult combo. Sorry, a very straightforward combo to pull off, but very difficult to deal with. That being said, they do have Anduin pull if needed. Sonya being banned out against them in the solo lane. Sonya is very strong, especially in the hands of Bubblegum, who she played very well in the solo lane last game.
Yeah, I mean, it was that sort of the nightmare that was the leaps with with the light bomb. Zakudra and Bubblegum working really well together there to make that happen. I'm not sure if they were, because you know there are sort of duos that you can sort of get signed up with the Athena Championship, but we got Diablo coming out from Eri and Bubblegum with the Deathwing, so really looking to put some pain on to the enemy team. A lot of could be double breath action. Could be double breath action.
A lot of big fiery boys being picked up, and Ragnaros would be a lovely one in the mix. Tychus, really good pick. Absolutely great pick coming out here from the red team to deal with this Deathwing and Diablo. So I am excited to see what the last pick is going to be for them. An Ubrak locked in here by purple. Very good against mages.
Yeah, but obviously against Li Ming, you have the potential of your Cocoon not getting a lot of value. But at the same time, I hear that you can sort of use Cocoon to bait out a Disintegrate to be able to pounce in on there. But I must really applaud that Tychus pick is fantastic for the side of the red team. And the Blues, Team Hell, will be dreading that Tychus now.
Yeah, Sylvanas is the last pick for Team Hell, and it is a very good pick on Battlefield of Eternity. She does a lot of race, she gets a lot of value out of her trait, so it is going to be Deathwing in the offlane against the Artanis. So in the middle of the team, in the solo lane, it isn't going to be Deathwing in the 4-man and Tychus punishing it. They'll be able to play it pretty well. Let's see.
Let's see. As we have here, of course, our last match of the day here. Team Hell versus Team Gefjon. Sorry, I've just been overwhelmed with Norse names today. Yeah, the last match of the day, and it's so good. Of course, get your Twitch prediction points in there. There is plenty up for grabs. Of course, we're going to have good times as well tomorrow. Make sure you follow if you want to be alerted for when we go live tomorrow as well. Of course, maybe you don't know what Heroes Lounge is. You could do ! Discord and join the Heroes Lounge Discord and ask loads of questions there. These women have been preparing for weeks, and they are very excited for this series. So let's give it up as we go into game number 2.
Game number 2, ladies and gents. The blue team, Team Hell, we have Tazzy Tigers playing Li Ming, Eri on Dibbles, Paige Biscuit playing Sylvanas Bubblegum on the Fiery Deathwing, Zakuda on the Savior Anduin.
And on the other side, we have Ira Noctis on the Tyrande. We've got Hazini on the Tychus, Sky on Vala, Purple on Anubrak, and in the top it is Ixon on the Artanis.
Let us go. Eri in the chat saying that this Devil's game is in honor of me. Back in my good old days where I was a very dirty Diablo OTP.
Yeah, so we do see that, you know...
How we met?
After the respect of the Diablo... What?
Well, it was in Division 2 when I was the Diablo OTP.
Yeah.
That's how me and Trans encountered each other. As we see, fantastic Q, fantastic flip. Eri spotting out the trouble, but Tychus damage going out onto the Diablo is something not to joke about, especially with the D trait from Tyrande absolutely obliterating Diablo's HP there.
Yeah, we had quite the rivalry back in the day, as I assume that some of these Athena teams might have a friendly rivalry, but you know, they'll be gunning for each other here, potentially. So with this, you know, this Tychus pick is going to dismantle the blue team if they're not careful. It's going to be really scary for Eri every time she steps up.
Yeah, she needs to be very careful indeed. But the Anubrak too needs to be careful of any combos here. Really nice, really nice plays here by Tazzy. I wonder what the build is going to be. We do see Sylvanas rotated topside there, did a little bit of damage onto the amateur opponent, Atanis, which means that the red team is able to take a camp here on the bot side.
So as we see here, a little bit of a camp being taken, but now the blue team are arriving. They're looking to push them off, but Hazini once again turns on the minigun, and Eri literally gets shredded to pieces. That is the danger you have of a Diablo versus Tychus.
Yeah, the red team decide to give it over and donate the camp onto the side of Team Hell. They will be able to defend it, tapping, getting their HP and mana right back up, and going to try and defend this Anduin route, landing there onto the Tychus, but he did step back a good safe distance away.
So right now, as Paige Biscuit puts on the pain onto Anubrak, we are just 20 seconds away from the objective being announced. With that though, Ixon is putting on the pain here at the tops, getting the siege camp, pushing in, and Bubblegum is just forced to soak on their side of the map.
Yeah. The Deathwing is going to have to defend this camp against Artanis. It's going to be very difficult, as Artanis can dominate very well with the amateur opponent and grab camps very quickly. Both teams are grabbing the camps on either side, so the camps will push when the mortals will spawn. That way they can race or push or decide what they do in each situation. We do see the blue team rotating topside, probably to defend this camp, as Deathwing might find it a bit too difficult to do it by himself.
Yeah, so the thing is, Deathwing's gone breath build here, which means that it sort of turns on level 13 and then really comes online at level 16. So it's going to be a bit of a slow roast here, excuse the pun, for Bubblegum at the start of the game. But as they get to the later stages, it could be where the blue team really come alive. Now the race has begun, Tofu, and it looks like it's pretty neck and neck for the time being.
Yeah, really close. Artanis was a little late rotating, which is the main race. Eri needs to be careful here. That swap had Diablo's name all over it. But they won't do too much with it. Deathwing clearing topside a little bit with his breath as they're rotating here for a dive.
Yes, yeah, look at this. They're going in for it, and they get a stun onto Vala. Vala is in grave danger, but the healing from Tyrande is just so good. Paige Biscuit now in trouble. It's going to be a kill for a kill, but the Li Ming gets the reset, able to pick up another one, and a huge orb is sent in and lowers two of those people down to basically nothing.
We built this city on reset. Sorry. Anyways. The team did manage to get a fantastic wipe, cleaning up a lot of the members, but Li Ming is the only one racing, and they're going to actually opt for defending this. Purple trying to step up to do a little bit of damage. Blue team still desperately trying to defend this.
Yeah, because they know that, you know, it's a tough place for them. This is not the ideal situation for them. They want to have a nice bit of poking, but Bubblegum is falling lower. They have to be careful. Hazini is pushing forward. They have the bigger they are. They are really trying to put that pressure on Eri and Bubblegum in these situations. But Purple getting those last few auto attacks. Are they able to confirm this? No, the kill goes down to a Nubrak. The red team able to get the Immortal, but at the cost of a Nubrak, it means that they probably won't be able to push with this Immortal.
Really well done by the Diablo there. Instead of Q flipping, like always, they kept the Q onto the point so that the Immortal Stun would follow up. The Immortal Stun is a very long duration stun. I think it's like 2 seconds, I believe, or if not longer. And dishes out a good bit of damage there. So they do lose the objective, but they will be able to defend this pretty quickly with the Sylvanas and Li Ming.
Yeah, they're not bad defenders as it goes, but a nice opportunity found here by Eri. Page Biscuit goes in, but is taking the damage from the side of Sky and Aeronoctis. 10 HP Page Biscuit has, but is able to live. Super stuff here from Zakuda. Super duper stuff.
Medic in the house. Zakuda did save the Sylvanas' booty there. Artanis is grabbing the top camp in the meantime, and the teams are going to battle it out in the bottom half. Whichever team does get a kill here, they will be able to capitalize and grab the camp on the bot side. Both teams having decent enough camp take.
Yeah, so right now it's going to be a case of what happens in the next objective, but before that it's a lot of combos going on to Purple, a lot of damage. But as we see, Aeronoctis is just so good at healing up the damage being done here. Tyrande, fantastic healer all round, really.
Well, I would say that Tyrande is actually quite a weak healer. It's just that Noctis is playing it extremely well, in my opinion. But, whoa, really nice engage here by the Anubis, counter engage by Eri, flip onto the other side. Page Biscuit dishing out a lot of damage here onto Purple, popping extremely low, but Noctis is keeping the Beetle alive as Sylvanas is the first one to fall. Yeah,
and now Tazzy trying to put the damage out, but a good root and a good stun here from Eri means that they're able to keep the peel going. A pull comes out from Zakuda, and they only lose that Sylvanas in that altercation.
Indeed. Nas in the chat keeping me updated with the rugby of Ireland versus England that I'm unable to watch. This is how committed I am to the Athena Championship. I'm not even watching the rugby of England versus Ireland right now.
God, well, who would want to watch that when you could have England versus Ireland in the Heroes Lounge Athena Chap commentators booth?
Oh, that's true.
So,
perfect timing.
As we have it, of course, the red team already on this Immortal. And then, once again, this is the tough place for the blue team to defend, but at least this is the first half. And so the blue team, they're going in, they're trying to find something. They found that Vala. Can Vala get away? She looks like she could, but she couldn't. The burn already coming on to Artanis as well. And level 10 is here, giving us the lightning breath for Eri.
Yeah, really interesting build by Eri. She's committing to full W Soul Shield Lightning Breath, though I don't know if she'll be able to get a huge amount of value out of it. Fantastic E, fantastic Q, fantastic Lightning Breath. Really well done there by Diablo, and Zakuda following up on these roots down.
Yeah, so I think Lightning Breath is one of those ones where it can be a little bit dodgy against the Tychus because you are essentially stood still as a target. But, you know, if you're able to get to that 40% HP mark, which the bigger they are takes you down to, and then just survive, you're absolutely fine. And that is what Eri is going to be doing in these situations. Purple trying to find something, maybe even a cocoon might be there. But here we go. Still, though, the Immortal is basically going on the side of the red team here.
Yeah, despite the fact that they won. Nubrak does get flipped over into a toasty barbecue. Bubble comes securing the kill with the Deathwing. The Immortal does go in favor of the red team, but it is the blue team that are winning this team fight as they CC chain the Artanis, stunned, flipped over, and taken from. I won't finish that sentence.
So, as we have it here, even though the blue team are taking casualties, they're getting these objectives because the objective has not quite spawned in those places where the blue team would like it, where they can poke with the Li Ming and sort of force a defense from the reds. But instead, you know, it's a hard place to be when you're racing against this Tychus, Vala, and of course Tyrande Artanis combination.
Whoa! Eri does queue in quite deep in the backline, and she is getting punished for it. Really nice soul shield usage and really nice pull from the Anduin there. The Immortal is falling pretty quickly. They can turn this around, but Odin has been used here, and they might get a lot of siege value. Mind control onto the Nubrak, flipped onto the other side, but he does burrow out to safety as a lightning breath is used on the Diablo.
Yeah, I like this Odin usage. You know, you're not going to get a team fight in the next sort of 100 seconds after this push. That's sort of how it goes on BOE. So using it here to pick up the first fort of the game is really going to help you as you get to the later stages of the game.
Yeah, the red team is grabbing the siege on the top side, and Athena's boldly grabbing the one on the bottom. And Eri might have spotted out if, maybe.
Maybe. Do you think she's got a good nose on her? Has she sniffed it out?
Bad nose. Bad doggy.
bad nose Eri, as she's known in some circles, as not sniffed out, and Igson is able to get away with sneaking in this camp.
Really nice burrow out there. Purple playing very well on the Nubrak. Does get the brunt force of Diablo usually in these team fights, but always manages to get away. The red team is looking to actually siege the spot side a little bit. XP slightly in the advantage of the blue team. Mind control hitting Tychus, really well played. Fantastic light bomb hitting 2 members of the red team, flipped onto the other side. CC chain to hell as so many members of the red team fall extremely low. 3 members down. Hazy, who was the first initial target to be mind controlled, is the only one who gets away.
I mean, this sometimes is the case when you have this. You know, you pile everything in. You saw how much healing Tyrande did there to keep them alive, but because they had to position so far forward to get that healing, they eventually fall down, and they then didn't have enough healing to go around to the Anubrak, to the Valor. So Tychus was then the sole survivor. Eri is looking for it. She has the lightning breath. They have the level 13. They can go for it, and Hazini has had to back away here.
Yeah, the blue team finally in a favorable position with the Immortal stepping up to race, already getting it to 3rd, and they give the Bruiser camp. Looking for an engage. Oh, the stun! Anduin gets absolutely CC change onto the tower. Cocoon onto the Sylvanas there, trying to get her. Lightning Breath being used by Diablo to zone the rest of the red team as they pop extremely low. Zakuta does live to fight another day. Fantastic CC chain on purple. Bashed against the wall by Eri as she continues to battle it against the Artanis.
Yeah, good dodge by Ixon though, keeps them alive. And now the red team, although they are super low, they're going to have to find themselves a bit of poke here as they can try and get onto this Immortal. But Zakuta is on the flank looking for those roots to follow up on Eri. Meanwhile, the swap's not able to connect. Can they do a little bit more damage? The stun onto Valor, and Deathwing is landing. The Skyfall means that Valor goes down. Can they now obliterate through the rest of the team? They get the mind control onto Artanis and they go down. Another good couple of kills here for the blue team.
Meng, in the meantime, was racing and got a lot of value as they secure the first objective in favor of the blue team. Hell finally grabbing the first objective, which will be going into the top side since the bot fort has just began to fall. Eri tanking a lot of damage, but Paige does deactivate the fort to save her friendly neighborhood tank.
Yeah, so meanwhile, it looks like the blue team are pushing here in the bot lane for a little bit. Because the top wave pushed really far out. Bubblegum had to go back and clear that. So now Immortal with shield pushing down the top just by itself. Meanwhile, here in the bot, we've got Tazzy Tigress, Page Biscuit, Eri, and Zakuta all trying to siege on these external structures of the keeps.
Yeah, Sylvanas and Li Ming are very good at sieging indeed. But the red team is putting up a great defense. Anubrak does burrow in onto the tower, does get flipped and queued on the other side. Fantastic CC chain with the Anduin ultimate. Anubrak is getting nice and toasty, crunchy beetle for dinner.
Yeah, big mega crunch here, and although it was sort of a valiant attempt, it's going to be hard. As that level 16, this is where we sort of discussed the breath is going to be so powerful now on the side of Deathwing.
Yeah, Artanis was on the top side clearing and did a good job, but the beetle did pay with his life. Artanis starting this top camp, and I wonder if Diablo's nose has improved since last time.
Yeah, has Diablo's nose improved? But Ixon's not willing to risk it. I think it looks like Tazzy Tigress. Oh, they're going to be like, oh, hang on. This camp was a really good job here from Ixon. Not committing to the camp.
Oh, and now interrupts their backing, but Tychus has rotated bot side to start grabbing that camp. Level 16 is hot and ready for the blue team, but the red team, Team Gefjon, are still a little bit a ways. Half a level away, a wave or two, maybe a kill somewhere in the corner. They will be able to grab it and see if they can find a nice and juicy engage to even out the scores.
So here now, oh, Eri goes in. We got the light bomb. They're going onto them. The mind control as well, and Anubrak, although being a very sort of able hero, just gets completely locked down. Really good stuff here from the Blues.
That was beautiful. I absolutely agree with you. Beautiful CCJ. Q to shorten the distance onto the other side. Lightning Breath being used for wave clear. because you need wave clear.
Yeah,
Wave clear is important.
I mean, tanks often don't have wave clear, so using Lightning Breath, very much good value here from Eri. We're all about positive casting here, and I'll talk until the cows come home to say that using that Lightning Breath on the wave was a positive move here.
Yes, it was definitely. And the blue team are in a great position to start this objective. They're already shredding it, getting to half HP. Surprisingly, Deathwing doing a lot of work.
Yeah, so 50 seconds until Lightning Breath's back up. This is where she's going to have to do a lot of work with her basic abilities to be able to make any impacts. And speaking of which, the melt from Bubblegum and Tazzy Tigress means that Vala just gets taken down, and of course, so did the Artanis.
Yeah, really nice, toasty, warm corridor there for a Bubblegum to get a lot of value out of the queue. Sylvanas goes boldly in with Diablo diving in. Really nice Anduin light bomb there, but Purple dives the hell out of there. He's like, I ain't going to be stunned by that.
Yeah, so now full shield immortal coming down the top lane with a camp to prepare it. There is a big wave here in the top that's gonna sort of halter any minions for catching up, so this is just gonna be camp and immortal, but still that is enough, especially with Sylvanas, to get this keep in the top if they play their cards right.
Oh, Tychus tanking a lot of that damage. It's something that if you haven't played against many Deathwings in your time, you might not respect this damage output, especially after level 16. You need to be very careful and not tank the brunt of it.
And just play the build once as well is a really good thing to do, because you realize it's just about a short burst of fire and then coming off. And with that short burst of fire, you do a lot of damage. And we see it there against Tychus. So now the keep is in danger. Short burst of fire coming out once again from Bubblegum. Backs away. Eri still looking for that as they have their Lightning Breath now up and available.
Yes, double Lightning Breath OP. Diablo does dive in. Fantastic Anduin. Light Bomb being used here onto the Tychus. But Tyrande doing work and a half as there's Lightning Breath left and right. Diablo does fall and loses shields, but they do secure the kill on Anub'arak. Diablo is back with 25 souls, ladies and gents, because of the newest buff on Dibbles.
8% has gone on the score. 8%. It could have been the blue team tried to push harder and they would have got maybe another 50% at least. They didn't feel like they could have ended without Eri there.
Yeah.
So now they've got level 20 just around the corner. This is the important thing though. It's literally coming in 3, 2, 1 now. Boom. So they can try and push a little bit more on the bot lane, really open up the map and force this next objective in favour of themselves.
Yeah, they're grabbing the bot siege camp level 20 in their favor. Lots of ultimate upgrades coming in from Anduin and Li Ming and Sylvanas. Hellgate being used by Dibbles, and the stomping talent, Destroyer's Rampage, being picked up by Deathwing.
So, obviously, it's scouted out. Really good stuff here from Mary. Says, look, let's go on this engage. Let's go. But the burrow is there. Now it looks like Ixen swaps around. A little bit of trouble here. But the mind control comes out, but gets stunned out. I didn't even know it could get stunned out.
I know that you could... What?
Is that a thing?
I didn't know that, and I play Sylvanas mind control. What?
Goodness me. We've learned something new here today, everybody. So, with this... A little bit of power play here for the Blues.
Oh, really nice engage here by Purple and Artanis. CC Chain going off on the Anduin. Anduin getting a light bomb there and getting a lot of value here. But Artanis is absolutely wrecking the backline. Trying to keep Artanis alive, but gets punished by the Deathwing in his face. Bubblegum popping extremely low because of all that percentage damage, and she won't be able to live to tell the tale. Eri flipping Anub'arak onto the other side. Soul Shoot being used, pulled by Anduin. Lots of Q damage coming out here from Li Ming, and the blue team actually get away with their HP still somehow intact.
Okay, we've been corrected by the chat, Tofu. Oh, no, they're still going in purple. Oh, the mind control goes up to a swishy swappy Artanis instead. And actually, I think that saves Purple's life. Really good stuff here from Ixen.
Yeah.
We've been corrected by the chat, Tofu.
Yes, that was actually the silence that cleansed. It looked like it was...
interrupted, didn't it? It looked like all the animations were at the same time, so it was hard to see. But yeah, obviously, it got cleansed. It doesn't get interrupted. Apart from...
Well, you see, it makes sense that I got confused there for a second, but you're the support player. You should know this.
It's really hard to see Toronto cleanses. It's so hard. Either way, Here we see Aerie is in a little bit of trouble. She doesn't have full souls. She will be down if she's down. And the slow comes out from Tyrande. That's the slowing out from the level 13 challenge. Yes, I know these ones. Zakuda is in trouble. Can they collapse on her? Swap comes out. Out comes the light bomb. Aerie is on 400 HP. Can they take her down? She needs to go down, but instead it's going to be purple. No, it's going to be Deathwing that falls instead, Tofu.
It is going to be purple goes away and starts attacking the Immortal while the rest of the blue team grab their bags and get away. The red team actually in a position to race the objective despite the fact that they were losing the first half. What a back and forth series this has been so far.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff from them. And now they are looking to try and race this Immortal. Is it going to be a close one? There's Li Ming, there's Sylvanas. They're all trying their best, but the stun comes out. But it is going to go on the side of the blue team. And of course, while that happens, a catapult, a soul catapult, and a beefy minion wave take down the bot lane. Oh, sorry, it's the red Immortal. What?
Yeah, no worries.
I'm talking out of my ass. If only I had post-it notes in front of me that told me what they did. Oh, good dodge by Hazini, but Aerie wants more. They're still there. The root's there to try and follow up. Not quite connected. The lightning breath comes out, but it doesn't quite slow enough to find the engage this time.
The Traitor King ultimate level 20 being picked up by purple, and I think that's really good against Sylvanas and Li Ming, though I don't think it does get picked up often at all. You see a Nubarak being queued here. Nice mind control by Paige Biscuit, but they don't commit to this kill because they're actually focusing on this Immortal instead.
Yeah, they have to be careful. The big red button is available. The whole red team is down here, and they are built to siege. This is a Tyrande, this is a Vala, and this is a big red button, Tigers, and they are looking to try and get something. Obviously, the Immortal going down now, but the breath is so in danger. The Hellgate comes out. They're looking for Hazini. Hazini is falling lower and lower. Artanis has gone down, but it's going to be Aerie in danger, and they do take her down. Can they find any more kills? The breath, though, it's so much damage, Tofu.
There's so much damage indeed, transparent. But Diablo is coming back with 25 souls. So they might be looking for an engage here as he's trying to get the flank. Nubarak getting a stun onto Sylvanas. Mind control going out onto the Tyke as he does E himself out of here. But Aerie is here to dominate. Flips over the Nubarak onto the other side. The Mage Shield doing so much, but it is over. Tychus is popping extremely low. Vala is running away with a margin of her HP. Tyrande had fallen in the meantime, but it looks like a possible GG moment. Q! Oh, that's so sexy. That is so sexy. You've no idea.
Oh, it was, especially after it was just after a stun, and then it just perfectly timed. Perfectly timed. The sprays are coming out. They have obviously had a good time here. They're heading towards the core. Really well done here by the blue team. Team Hell may have found themselves into the playoff finals coming in for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow they will have to battle themselves possibly in a semi-finals first before they get into the finals. So I hope everyone in the chat will come and tune in on Sunday as Team Hell are going to take game number 2 in this best of 2 series.
Oh, there we go.
That took a little longer than I expected.
You had it perfectly timed, and they stopped auto-attacking the core.
Stopped attacking the core. They've tried to embarrass me.
Yeah, there we go. So, Team Hell take the second game. The last game in our group stages here today on the main channel. But yes, as Tofu said, we will be back tomorrow. Yeah, back tomorrow. Fandabidozy stuff at 1400 CET. It's been really good fun today. I've had a nice time casting. Thank you very much for having me, Tofu.
Yeah, it was good to have the terrible teas back together again.
Yes, yeah. I feel like I look like a bit of a shambles of a man who's been dragged in off the street with... I wore my Athena jumper, but then my hair and my beard is so scraggly at the moment compared to you, who has put a lot of effort in for you know, making a show for stream.
Making a show of myself. I'm good at that.
So, yes, yeah. I mean, let's just have a little look at the stat screen here for this thing. Obviously, Sylvanas topping out the charts here for the Blues, but Tychus, as we saw, shredded through Diablo, shredded through Deathwing as well. Big damage numbers here for Hazini.
Yeah, big damage from the blue team as well. The off lane, the tank, and the 2 damage dealers all being in range of each other, like all between 50 and 70k, is just really impressive to see off laners and tanks doing so much damage. But as we know, tanks are quite strong in the meta these days with things like Johanna. And who did we see today? Stitches popping the damage stats today as well. So who needs DPS when you can have a tank that can do the same thing?
Yes, yeah. So... As I just type something on a screen here, we have had a great series today. Has anyone else finished? I assume we're sort of on the earlier side of things. It's literally been 40 minutes since we... Has it been 40 minutes? No, an hour. An hour and 10.
Yes.
Yes?
I unfortunately don't think I can risk it personally. Because
No, we are not doing any more.
Right, sorry.
We're just trying to see who's at the top of the leaderboard. Currently it's Team Hell.
Right.
It'll be Team Freya or Team Snodder at the top after that. But yes, yeah. We are done here for the day. Tomorrow. So we will be raiding you over to someone who else is casting the Athena Championship. Let me just find someone for you, and we will send you that way. It looks like I'm a little bit strapped for people.
Choice.
As things are ending all over the shop, but we'll get there. Tofu, would you like to just, I don't know,
sum up the series?
Yeah, sum up the series of today. Yes, sum up your series. Plug yourself. Do whatever you want.
Plug myself. All right, I won't commentate on that too much. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up today to support the Athena Championship. For those of you who are just tuning in towards the end, the Athena Championship is an all-women's tournament that we just organize every few months, every few half a years. I don't know. It's just a random organization. This is season 3 now. We change up the lineup, we change up the teams, we change up the procedure in place every single time. And we're just trying to make it as fair as possible and as exciting as possible for these ladies. If you are a lady in the chat who's watching this, do not be shy. Do join us in the Heroes Lounge community, !Discord, and get in contact with mods. We can set you up. If you're looking to just join Heroes Lounge as well, to compete, whatever your gender is, you can just join and play with a team or look for a team in the Heroes Lounge channel as well. You're more than welcome to. It is a amateur tournament, so from bronze to grandmaster, anyone can join and find themselves a team.
Fantastic. Well done there, Tofu. Yes, we are going to be leaving you. We're going to send you over to Joy K, who of course is casting now, but we have a fantastic day tomorrow as well, so we'll hope to catch you there. But we will see you all. I've just realised, hang on, we will see you all next time. Goodbye.